First I want to start off with, man, I feel for Josh because he does a really good job, like a really good job. And, obviously you can, in this league, you can have a really good basketball team and not always see success with winning. They're really tough for us because they do a good job of mixing up their defenses and, playing a unique offense in the Princeton offense. And, we really couldn't disrupt them, even though you look at the stat sheet and they have 17 turnovers. I thought some of those came late in the game. But they did a good job. They kept us off balance. It's the second time that we played them. And the first time they jumped out to an early lead, same thing. It was kind of an identical game almost because we closed the half and we were up, and the same thing. We finished the game here like we did down in Atlanta. That being said, I'm proud of my guys. If I know somebody's going to ask me a question because I just know you guys by now. Do you think you could ever win a game with your two guards not really scoring a lot of points? We found out tonight. I thought our front court was tremendous. Ernest was great. DJ was great. Greg gave us great minutes. And so we found a way to win when our two big superstars didn't play their best game. That being said, I thought TeQuavion was really good, having 10 assists. I thought they stayed locked in. So questions?
DJ Burns once again showed that he can do it all. I mean, he's got a fan base growing in the crowd, and he's becoming more of the NC State base. How many times can you say DJ Burns is the guy in this team as of late?
Man, I'm turning into a post coach. 20, what was that? 20, what did I do? Yeah, 26 the other day and then 21 tonight. I got to be careful now. He's been great. And what a great personality this kid is. And people are telling me, during this time of year, I try to stay off Twitter as much as I can. But everybody's telling me he's inviting grandmothers and everybody to the games. And I mean, he's a great personality. I mean, you want to talk about NIL? That kid's probably working his butt off for that stuff. But good player, great touch. Love what he brings to our team. Playing him way too many minutes. 37. I didn't come into the game wanting to play him 37. I actually had 25 in my mind, and it didn't work out that way.
At the same time, Burns gave the shades to Ernest Ross as kind of a player of the game.
Oh.
So, in the first half when things weren't going that well for you, Ross really gave you a pick-me-up. So.
He was good, Chip. He did a good job. I think, getting to the free throw line, I think he was 7 for 7 from the free throw line, gave us energy plays. When he continues to get better defensively, where he's not a liability, and the way we play, we like to switch 1 through 4, and sometimes it's tougher for him to guard some of those smaller guards. But as he continues to get better, his numbers will continue to increase. But I thought he was really big for us.
How better shooter than you thought he was?
No.
Had a good touch. Good free throw.
No, he made it. I knew he was going to make the corner 3. Like we called a play for that to happen. No, he's getting better. I thought late in the game, and we had not played this in a while, when we went to our 22 full-court press, I think it kind of changed a little bit. We forced some turnovers. The reason why I switched to that is because we couldn't get steals late in the game. DJ's man was coming up and just getting the basketball, so we went more to a zone press than anything, and I thought that created some situations for us. And give our guys credit, we had not played it in a while, but I thought they executed it.
How big is the shooting touch that Casey Morsell has added to his game this year been for you guys?
Casey's been good. Me and Craig had a debate, and I want somebody to fact check Craig. And Craig, he actually got sensitive with me. He's like, I've been with you for 6 years and you don't believe me? So he said this was Casey's most points he's ever scored in an ACC game at 17. Now, he's probably right, but I didn't believe that. I thought he scored more in an ACC game. Craig's probably, matter of fact, Craig, you're right. I just want to make sure that he's doing his job. We're gonna figure, and I know it's enough stats people in here. They're gonna check behind him and they're gonna tell us whether he's right or wrong. But he's been really good. He's improved so much. I've said this. I think he's really starting to get comfortable with our program and our system, the way we play.
Coach, before the game, you guys seemed pretty relaxed going through your warm-ups and everything. At the 12-minute timeout, you voiced your frustration with the squad. After that timeout, you guys went on a 30-16 run to close out the first half.
Yeah.
What did you say to get through to your guys?
It wasn't frustrated. I was just straight up mad as hell. Excuse my language. Okay, I was
we all
bothered.
heard you.
I was bothered by we didn't defend, and I didn't like the way we played. And as I told you guys against Florida State, here's the great thing about this bunch: they will allow me to coach them. They understand that when we're not, together and playing the way we should, then I'm not going to always be the happy guy. But I thought we closed and we responded right after that.
And DJ becoming a starter after Doosan went down, is averaging over 15 and 5 a game. Do you think he's getting the respect he deserves nationally? Because I feel like the ACC is starting to wake up to him.
Well, I don't know. I don't follow whether they. I know he's very important to us. And, I know if you're in the ACC and you have played against him, you know what type of player he is, but I don't follow whether he's getting the attention nationally that he deserves.
Was there something you were seeing today for Jarkel and Terquavion, maybe just the shot selection, or maybe the touch, or their intensity that maybe was kind of causing their off day?
No, I just, unfortunately, good players sometimes have off days, and very seldom do you see them both have it at the same time, and they did. This is a tough game. I think everybody has talked about this. The last two games that we played against Florida State and even Georgia Tech, both of those guys are very capable of beating you because they both have unique defensive styles. Florida State switches 1 through 5. Josh switches defenses up. The unfortunate thing is if you lose those, it really hurts you because they're quad fours and they're better than that. Even though you look at Georgia Tech's record, they still beat Miami. I know it was at home, but if you lose the game, it just really hurts you. So, I told everybody that they had to be locked in. If those two guys are not having a good night, then we got to find other ways to win. Then I think we did today.
How rewarding is it to see your team grind it out in the last 4 minutes like that? And do you see value in that going forward, having that resolve?
Yeah, I think it was, and I may be wrong on this, I think it was 2:59 on the clock and we were down 1. And we just said, hey, we got to lock in. We got to get stopped from that point on. We have to, obviously they playing well. We got the steal, then we made some plays. But it was really good to see us finish. We talk about, getting 3 consecutive stops, and I think we finished the game with 3 or 4 consecutive stops to win the game.
What's your philosophy of looking at the ACC standings? There's been slippage there, and State keeps continually climbing. Do you worry about that yet? Or
I don't.
is there a point in the season where you would?
At the end, when it's over.
That's it?
Yeah, how many wins we have?
You have 9 wins in the ACC. You have 19 overall.
That's great. Thank you for letting me know that.
I don't know how many points Casey Morcell scored in the ACC game.
Well, fact check Craig to make sure. I honestly, because, I try to lock in and just figure out what's the next game.
You guys are having a lot of fun right now, winning, had a great January, February off to a good start. Are you worried that you guys are going to get complacent?
I think when you win, it brings energy. I think winning is fun. I think winning brings confidence. When you look at, I think we've won maybe 8 of the last 9. Is that right when I say that? I think that's really, brings confidence. I'm not worried about that. I don't think we got the type of bunch that's really cocky. And when you look at the 2 guards, because they didn't play well, I think in a twisted way that'll help them the next time they play because they didn't play well. So you always got, I try to give these guys some challenges and something to always to shoot for. And we didn't play well. We did a good job. We won the game like we needed to, but I didn't think we played a great game, but we still won.
What are you looking for the team to really work on in the next couple of days ahead of this matchup against Virginia? If there's something that you saw today that wasn't really working.
Well, I just thought they kept us all balanced. I mean, we have, if you look back at this, and this is traditional, and it's not just me. Anybody that plays our system typically has a problem with teams that play Princeton offense. They make you pay for how you deny and everything else. And so we've always, I don't care if we were playing Richmond last year, whoever we play in the league that runs some of that Princeton offense, it's always tough. But we just got to get back to being defensively and stay stingy in that area.
You have a guy like Ross step up, and how neat as a coach is that for you? And then also the team, they seem to be thrilled when other guys contribute. They seem to almost like that more than they do when they contribute themselves. To see that type of buy-in and response, what is that like for you as a coach?
Yeah, I mean, we can make the argument that Greg Gant and Ernest Ross have been 2 of our most valuable players during this stretch, and they've done it almost without really scoring the basketball. They both done it in different ways. Ernest is a little bit more running, jump, rebounding. Ernest is a little bit better defensively. But when we lost Jack and we lost Dusan, we just didn't know. We had to figure it out. And to those two guys' credit, they've stepped in and we really haven't missed a beat. And so I'm happy for Ernest. He deserves it. And, he showed flashes last year of being a really good basketball player. And now he's turned into, he's had a couple games this year where I really felt like he helped us win. Today, against Miami, I thought he was really good.
Finishing halves and finishing games has been an issue for you guys in the past, but I think today you finished the first half on a 10-0 run and the game on a 14-3 run. How important has that improvement been for this group this year?
It's good. I think we finished both halves the right way, and a lot of that comes down to having some veteran guys who can be able to finish half. They understand what you want. They can take care of the basketball. We got to the free throw line. We made shots.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy your day.